Environment and pollution. Environment is made up of things around us. It includes trees, lands, mountains, animals, humans, microorganisms, etc. Both living and non-living things are part of our environment and have an effect on our survival. All the things present in our environment have their pre-decided role. When we try to make a change in it, it affects the environment and leads us towards pollution. Pollution. There exists a proper balance between plants and animals present in the environment. But sometimes, due to human activities or because of natural disaster, we observe an imbalance in our environment. This affects the survival of living beings. Any change in the environmental conditions which adversely affects the survival of the living beings is called as pollution. Major factors responsible for pollution are overuse of natural resources, increased population, mixing of harmful substances in air, land and water, etc. Pollution is a threat to humanity which leads to various serious diseases. Air pollution. Air is a mixture of gases. Nitrogen, oxygen, carbon dioxide, water vapor, inert gases and dust particles are the main constituents of air. Oxygen present in the air is an essential need for existence of life on the earth. All the gases are present in definite proportion in the air. Release of harmful gases from industries, vehicles' exhaust, and combustion of unsaturated hydrocarbons creates an imbalance in atmosphere and leads to undesirable change in quality of atmosphere. This is termed as air pollution. In every aspect, air pollution is harmful for living beings. It not only causes harm to living beings but also adversely affects the environment. That is why air pollution is a serious threat for humanity. Major factors responsible for air pollution are exhaust gases from automobiles, burning of plastics and unsaturated hydrocarbon, emission from industries, wildfire, etc. Air pollution is very harmful for human beings and causes many serious diseases like cancer, lung infection, asthma, cough, throat infection, eye infection, and various breathing problems. No more. Due to excessive emission of harmful gases like CO2, temperature of the earth is continuously increasing. This is known as global warming. For a better tomorrow, there is need to work on controlling of air pollution. There are numerous steps which should be taken into account to control air pollution. Some of them are shown here. More and more trees are needed to be planted. Advanced technology of emission needed to be used widely. Promotion of CNG-operated vehicles must be done. More and more electrically operated vehicles should be used. Green zones must be declared in densely populated urban areas. Lower grades of plastic should be completely banned. Emission standard of vehicles and industries should be analyzed and revised from time to time. Water pollution. After oxygen, water is the second most essential need of living beings. Fresh and clean water is our basic need. From bathing to cooking, we use water everywhere. Due to disposal of untreated waste, water sources get polluted. Mixing of harmful chemicals, garbage, and waste in water bodies causes water pollution. Due to these dissolved impurities, water becomes toxic. Consumption of polluted water leads to various serious diseases. There are various factors responsible for water pollution. Some of them are mentioned here. water pollution, agricultural waste, garbage, industrial waste, sewage. Water pollution is not only harmful for human beings, but also it has adverse effect on marine life. It adversely affects marine habitat and species. Polluted water causes various serious diseases like cholera, anemia, hepatitis, malaria, diarrhea, jaundice, dysentery, Japanese encephalitis, etc. Water pollution can be controlled by taking several measures. Water is one of our basic needs and is important to conserve, but storage of water should be pollution-free. To avoid water pollution, following measures should be taken into account. Direct disposal of industrial waste in water bodies should be avoided. Only treated sewage should be disposed in water bodies. Water storages such as wells, tanks, overhead tanks should be chlorinated from time to time. Disposal of plastics in water bodies should be banned. No more. 70% portion of the earth is covered with water. It is most abundant liquid available on the earth, but only 2.3% of the total water is in form of fresh water. Soil pollution. Soil is an important natural resource which allows plants to grow in it. Plants are advantageous to us as they are the source of food and oxygen. Due to dumping of garbage and chemicals, soil gets polluted. This lowers the fertility of the soil, which decreases the food production. A less fertile soil is not suitable for plantation. This adversely affects the environmental balance. Due to mixing of chemicals in soil, plant products turn toxic. These toxic chemicals enter our body when we eat plant products. Consumption of toxic plant products causes many serious diseases such as nervous system disorder, kidney failure, etc. Unlike air and water pollution, soil pollution does not appear clearly. Soil pollution acts like a slow poison. Soil pollution can be controlled by using these measures. More and more plantation needs to be done. Direct disposal of untreated garbage should be avoided. Cutting down of trees need to be stopped immediately. Pollution control. Due to various human activities, environment is getting polluted. Pollution affects the living beings as well as their habitat. Pollution is a serious issue and we need to think on it. All necessary measures should be taken into account to prevent from pollution. In order to create an eco-friendly environment, we need to adopt 3R's approach. 3R stands for reduce waste generation, reusing, and recycling in all possible ways. We can easily switch towards an eco-friendly approach by following these certain measures. According to its nature of decomposition, waste is classified into two categories: biodegradable and non-biodegradable waste. Biodegradable waste. Biodegradable waste is that kind of waste which finally gets mixed with soil. This type of waste is non-polluting in nature. Kitchen waste, leftover food, fruit peels, vegetables, paper, and wood falls under the category of biodegradable waste. Non-biodegradable waste. Non-biodegradable waste is that kind of waste which permanently stays in soil and pollutes it. Even after a long period of time, such waste does not undergo decomposition. This type of waste pollutes the nature. Plastic products, detergents are examples of non-biodegradable waste. Activity. Aim: to prepare compost at home. Need: pit, leftover food, kitchen waste, soil, dry leaves. Method: to prepare compost at home, start with digging a pit in your garden. Collect the daily kitchen waste, leftover food and fruit peels. Dispose them off in the pit. Repeat the process until it gets filled. Put some soil over it and cover it with dry leaves. Regularly water it lightly. Due to decomposition of biodegradable waste, it gets converted into compost. Observation: within a few months, an organic natural fertilizer called compost is obtained. Conclusion: due to decomposing and non-polluting nature, wastes convert into a natural organic fertilizer called compost. Obtained fertilizer is completely organic in nature. Conservation of forests. Forests keep our environment free from pollution. They play a key role in avoiding nearly all major types of pollution. Forests are home of a number of plants and animals. Forests cause regulation of water cycle and maintain the balance of oxygen and carbon dioxide in the atmosphere. For proper balancing of environment, 1/3 of the land should be covered with forests. They provide raw material for various industries such as paper, rubber, etc. Excessive cutting of trees or deforestation causes environmental imbalance. It causes soil erosion, which leads to soil pollution and water pollution. Balancing of oxygen and carbon dioxide get disturbed due to excessive cutting of trees. To conserve forests, these steps should be taken into account. Excessive cutting of trees should be stopped. A policy like "tree for a tree" need to be followed. It means that equal number of trees should be planted after trees being cut. Illegal cutting of trees should be banned. Use of paper should be minimized. Paper recycling should be promoted. No more. Bhutan is the most eco-friendly country on the earth. About 90% of its total area is covered with forests. Amazing fact: in order to provide toilet paper, 27,000 trees are cut down daily.